You don't need a map, you don't need a nap, you don't need jack. Except lots of people, some very loud speakers, cold drinks and good. Join me, one thing, good vibes only. I just tapped, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common, we just wanna have fun. Hey, do what you wanna do. I think about to do it. I think about to do it. Do something crazy.
Something crazy.
Do something crazy. I just tapped, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common, we just wanna have fun. Hey, do what you wanna do. I think about to do it. I think about to do it. Do something crazy.
Said tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Bears going up against the Armadillos. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Austin Armadillos. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Come on, let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be first down, Bears.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. And here's a look at the starting offense. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass without committing this penalty.
And if they would let them play with a little bit more contact and give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
Looking to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary, very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, you know, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
They'll set up a throw, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he puts it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Here we go!
He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That coach is always harped on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
I got 11. Here we go now. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Detroit! Here we go now. Green, 39.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
No. Jack, pass.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Needed 13. They got 14 on 3rd down.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escape, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
Now a handoff looking right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, you have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Black round! Black round! Here we go! 1, 9! Ohio! 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 Black round! Black round!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Gonna throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All right, here we go. Green.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, and for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Floyd from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Forced out, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Shift together here from the D-line. They're going to look to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And as a result, possession switches hands. And here now the offense heading back out there. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Detroit! Over!
And they'll run it here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Looking to throw. On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down.
Set!
And the back goes into motion.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on third down. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Halfback sent in motion.
Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
All right, here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
No, check.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
All right, here we go.
And the back goes into motion.
Green, watch it now, buddy. Over.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Here we go now.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Leopard, set, green, 39.
On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And quickly, they get to the line where they've had a great, impressive drive. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Let's go. 1, 9.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach half. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 12 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
But that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. They want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go play action here on first down. Deep drop. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Tough spot for the offense, 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. He got 29 yards that time.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Looking to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll go on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 40. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play, he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And ready now for 2nd and 9. A give to the fullback on the dive. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Back now in Austin as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but when they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
They'll try and run with their fullback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, there's a great example of why he gets the ball in certain situations. Who's going to take that big guy on? Breaks a couple of tackles and picks up a nice gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue,
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Come on, let's go!
And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up the 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Here we go!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 4th down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Austin,
man says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain or shine. Leave your Sunday best at home. Be the last time you wear what you got on. Bikini top and cut off jeans. Baby girl, you know you're looking mean. She said, how we gonna make it through the mud hole? Won't you think you got swampers on my truck phone? Ooh, it's about to get dirty in the dirty South. I'm about to show you what it's all about. But don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We're gonna tap, light that fire. We're gonna crank that country. That's it, let's get Thursday. Let it rain. Listen, about to get dirty. About a good old flood, watching that red clay turn to mud. Sling it up, slap past the doors like a new paint job on a 4x4. Girl, you're gonna have a good old time. Can't let a little bit of rain change your mind. Let your hair down, kick off in boots. Once in your life, let yourself cut loose. Go and get money from head to toe, clean it off, living in a swimming hole. Listen, about to get dirty in the dirty South. I'm about to show you what it's all about. And don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We're gonna tap, light that fire. We're gonna crank that country. That's get Thursday. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. It's about to get dirty. Girl, your whole life's about to change. Baptized in muddy water, let me hear you say, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Listen, about to get dirty in the dirty South. About to show you what it's all about. And don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We gonna tap, light that fire. We gonna crank that country. That's that, let's get Thursday. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Everybody get Thursday. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Listen, about to get dirty. Yeah.
Don't make me beg, don't make me wait. I need a hope in the darkness of the night. And when I stray, show me my place. You are my shelter, baby, let me feel your light. Send me
Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen Bee told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build that? Yeah. Do we own that? Yeah. We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Am and Sally, the young guards, to all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how we feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. You wouldn't need it if you knew what we overcome. Do you know all the we gotta overcome? But they ain't stopping nothing. Me and my girls on top straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands off my ex and homies over.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
We play our way.
We're proud to be me.
Do work all day.
We don't see defeat.
Did we fly that? Can we buy that? We even run the full court, make it stack. Shout out to Maya Moore, the young guard, to all the girls like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. So proud of that we overcome. Do you know we gotta overcome? We bow down to none. I wanna hail out all my day ones. Time really does fly when you're having fun, but the party don't stop till we staring down the sun.
Try to shut us down. We'll show you just how we